fat acceptance, that's simply a fancy term for being an enabler. You are literally enabling addicts. Coach Greg, and in today's video, fat acceptance has gone too far. Enough is enough. And it's all started with the everyone gets a trophy mentality that's happening in schools. No one can fail anymore, everyone's complimented, and we accept mediocrity, and it's simply about getting by. Everyone can't have their feelings hurt. We're all becoming babies. You can't fail anyone anymore. You can't tell them the truth. You have to be politically correct. And so everyone is accepting mediocrity. And so what's happening is it's far too easy to get dopamine. You tell everyone, oh, you look great. 100 pounds overweight, you look fantastic. And so you get addicted to that feeling and no one wants it to go away. And so the worst thing you can do is get too much dopamine without effort. We see that with drug addictions all the time. You start doing drugs, and so why do anything else? You do more drugs, feel great, and life goes on. Problem is, it doesn't go on as long. And the same thing is happening with morbid obesity. And in today's world, it's not only accepted, it's literally being celebrated. Now with drugs, cigarette addiction, alcohol, at least people know it's bad. They could say, hey, probably not good that you're doing drugs every weekend. You're addicted to smoking, getting drunk all the time. That's not good, it's not healthy. But with obesity, with fat acceptance and the promotion of being obese, healthy at every size, people no longer think it's a problem. And yet obesity is the #1 killer in America. The #1 killer. Think of it, the worst thing that's killing the most people. Yet what do we think we need to do to be healthy? Wear some form of a Halloween mask. When in fact, people who are healthy, fit, active, doing cardio, eating right, they're the most likely to live a long and healthy life, both quantity and quality of life. And Lizzo and others, they not only celebrate their obesity, they promote it. Rubbing their bellies, oh, I love you, belly. You keep me alive, you're so great. Showing you the foods that you're eating. Nicocado avocado, wearing a, I identify as skinny with his belly hanging out. You see mukbang after mukbang, which is literally glorified binge eating, and yet that's promoted on YouTube, and it's seen as an okay thing to do. And yet, in my opinion, it's no different than a drug addiction. You are addicted to food, and one of the hardest things you could ever do in your life is to put the fork down. No different than giving up smoking or battling any kind of drug addiction. Food is highly addictive, very difficult to lose weight. It is not easy. Yet that doesn't mean we should simply accept it. Would you want us to simply accept the fact that you have a drug addiction, or will we do something to help you? And think that it's healthy at any size? Well, how many fat, obese 80-year-olds you see? How many people really old are very much overweight? Not many. And why is that? Because they don't make it that long. And so if it was really a fact, healthy at any size, which of course it isn't, why are they not living to old age? And you might be thinking, no, you can't be healthy at any size. I'm 300 pounds and I do hot yoga and I go for walks. That doesn't mean you're healthy. And even if you were, would you not be healthier? If you lost 50 pounds, if you got down to a svelte 250? Fat acceptance, that's simply a fancy term for being an enabler. You are literally enabling addicts. And so to me, that is no different than enabling someone to continue to abuse recreational drugs. The only difference is their drug of choice is in fact food. Even companies who are supposed to be all about promoting fitness, Gymshark, Sports Illustrated, Nike, even they are showing obese models on the cover. But notice, are these companies showing people smoking cigarettes, doing drugs on the cover? And yeah, I get it, they're oftentimes showing models using PD, steroids, and so on to get the physiques they've had. But that is for a separate video. That also is a huge problem. And so in promoting fat acceptance and saying it's okay, don't care, gain as much weight as you want, it's fine, we are doing a disservice to the world. It's gotten so bad that we are now fit shaming. Literally, people are being shamed for losing weight and or being in shape. Take Khloe and Kim Kardashian, Adele, Sydney Sweeney. All have had to deal with criticism about having lost weight and or looking amazing. How dare you look like that. How dare you, Adele? You lost all that weight. We used to love you. You were one of us. Now you're fit, lost the weight. Shame on you. Why would you lose the weight? That is fit shaming at its worst. It's gotten so bad that even actual doctors like Dr. Mike and others have been accused of being fat phobic. Why? For asking patients to weigh themselves. Let me check your height and weight, see how you're doing. Oh, you're fat shaming me. I don't need to tell you my weight. What is that relevant? How is that related to my high blood pressure, my diabetes? Well, when you're morbidly obese and gaining more weight, you're more likely to get sick and or die. And so as your doctor, I kind of want to know. You know, it's my job. And so they've even developed a card. Here, doc, don't weigh me unless it's medically necessary. Am I not your doctor? It's of course medically necessary. What are you even talking about? It'd be like getting a breast cancer screening and saying to the doc, you know, don't feel my breast for lumps unless it's necessary. Well, yeah, kind of necessary. Oh, I think I have skin cancer. Don't look at my moles unless it's necessary. That is the whole point. It's their job. And so if you don't think that weight matters, that being obese doesn't have any influence on your health, well, think again. Imagine the fine print. If you really need my weight, please tell me why so that I can give you my informed consent. You're really going to go up to a doctor and say, you don't have my consent to weigh myself because, well, I don't want to know that number. I'm embarrassed because, you know, I'm overweight. Why should they not check your weight? It's an important quantitative measurement that they can use to more accurately tell you your risk factors. Oh, doc, don't check my blood pressure unless it's really necessary. Well, how would I know if you have high blood pressure without actually checking your blood pressure? And so how do I know if you're gaining or losing weight without checking your weight? Now, is it easy to lose weight? Of course not. In fact, losing weight might be the most difficult decision you'll ever have to make. Of course it's not easy. And so just because I'm not in favor of fat acceptance and saying people that they're healthy at any size doesn't mean that I don't understand just how difficult that it really is. It is hard. Of course it's hard. Quitting smoking is hard. Battling any drug addiction is hard. Running a marathon is hard. But doesn't mean that you just give up, that you throw in the towel, that you don't try, and you just gain all the weight, and that we glorify it, and that we make fun of other people for caring, for trying to help you to lose weight. Oftentimes, I'm criticized for talking about weight loss, that I'm somehow doing a disservice to the world. How is that possible when obesity is the #1 killer? And so if we can solve that, if we can cure it, if we can help people to lose weight, then how is that bad? Oh, Coach Greg said that if you can't see any abs, that you're fat. Fat is another word for being overweight or obese. And sorry to break it to you, but if you're overweight, you're fat. Not saying you're a bad person, not saying you don't deserve love, kindness, and attention, but I am saying it's probably going to reduce your life expectancy, shorten your life, decrease quantity and quality of life. And so when I make videos speaking about how to lose weight, keep it off for the rest of your life, I'm doing it because it's going to be beneficial. And sure, it's easier for me to say, you don't need to lose weight, healthy at any size. Can you walk for 10 minutes? Well, that's great, you're healthy. Don't worry about it. You're 100 pounds overweight, but you're going for a walk. That's great. You are fine. And that's not it. It's much harder to tell people what they need to hear. And what I do, I tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. You want to hear, you're fat and healthy at any size. Sorry, not going to do that. And so rather than just quoting studies, saying this or that, I give you my actual honest opinion. And if you don't like it, sorry, the truth hurts. And so what can you do when you realize that fat acceptance is not a real thing? It's just some artificial human-made terminology to brainwash you into thinking that you're healthy. What can you do? Well, if you're struggling to put the fork down, if you're not getting in 150 minutes of cardio a week, you can start there. Try to eat low-calorie dense foods, foods that are more filling. If you don't know what those are, I have tons of videos explaining that. Recipes, videos showing you how to make anabolic French toast, wraps, protein ice cream. You know, the one you can put over your head? And if you want more, of course you can get my freaking cookbook. Low calorie, high protein, high volume meals for the big eaters, the ones that are struggling to lose weight. That is what it's for. Also, my Circle Diet book, my life's work made simple. Easy to understand. Read it, you can apply it right away. Baby, take you 6 hours. Is that not worth it? To lose weight, keep it off, improve your quantity, quality of life? Of course it is. Looking for harder than last time supplements? Click the link in the description and use code GREG. That's right, G-R-E-G. It's as easy as that. You will get 10% off your order. Don't matter if it's for the cookbooks, training books, coaching plans by me and my team. 10% off. Please use code GREG when you check out. Click the link in the description, and if you want a free training program close to 20 pages, become a newsletter subscriber. Hopefully the video helped. Ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette IBB Pro on Instagram. Check out the bloops. Watch at least one. Subscribe. Click the bell button. Comment for the algorithm. And until next time, I am out.